Annyeong. Sorry, it's a little late there. I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. So I ran to the bathroom, and now my light and all that isn't set up well. What an amateur mistake. But hi guys. It has been, oh my gosh. Ooh, that's a shiny necklace. It has been a minute. Probably more than a minute, many minutes since I went live. So it is good to see you per usual. Can you hear me? How are you doing? How y'all doing? I do have an exciting update, but I'm going to wait just a little bit longer until I share that because I know some people don't know I'm going live right away. Annyeong. Annyeonghaseyo. How am I doing? I am doing I'm doing. How you doing? I'm doing well. I'm just we'll talk about it, but my schedule, man. Woo! We thought we were busy before. Hi. Oh, thank you so much for coming and saying hi, Marie. That's so sweet of you. Love you. But yeah, I'm doing. So I started my second semester of Korean classes on Wednesday of this week, and it's been going well. But it's funny because oh, I have like a little way to control the light, and I sometimes just like to play with things when I'm sitting here. And yeah, I just was like, oh, it lit up. Of course it lit up, Megan. You hit the button. I love you too. Basically, okay. I took level 1. I go to Sogang University, which is like a really amazing school here in Korea to learn Korean and practice your speaking. Specifically, they are known for like improving speaking skills. And so I was really excited. I want to speak Korean. This is a great school for me, right? If I'm going to learn how to speak, that's what I want to do. I want to know how to speak. But first of all, they go really fast, which most Korean schools do, most Korean language schools. Hi. Hello. Hi, K-Pay Books. Most, Korean schools have a very Korean pace to them, which means very much not American style, very much very fast and a lot of information. And they expect you to study a lot outside of school. And so level 1 was a lot, but it started off easy, then it got harder and harder. And I was like, holy crap, we're doing this. And I think my mindset was more like, I want to be here to make YouTube videos mainly. And this is just like the student visa is a good visa for me to be on. Hi, hello, happy to see you too. Is it Doria? Hi. So yeah, I was like really excited to make YouTube videos. Wasn't quite as focused or motivated on maybe like Korean school per se, because I was like, it's level 1, it's gonna be easy. And it was easy. First 4 days we did the alphabet. I was like, this is great. I'm living my best life. I'm living in Korea. And then it was like week 3 and I was like, ooh, this is a snowball, and the snowball is picking up speed. And in my head, I was thinking, I just need to focus on YouTube. I just need to focus on YouTube. That's what I have to do. And then now I've kind of come to this realization of like, if I am going to continue to live here, I need to learn Korean. Like, I really need to learn Korean. So I've been way more motivated these days. And I still care about YouTube, but it's not like I'm overwhelmed at the fact that I can't edit as much as I wanted to, or as much as I was anticipating. But good morning. Good morning. It is evening here, but good morning to you. And yeah, so first semester was hard, but not that hard, right? It was hard, but not really. And I didn't have the best mindset, so I feel like there was a lot of vocabulary that I kind of just was like, "Meh, I don't need to know it. It's fine." And then we showed up for level 2, and I feel like collectively, and I could be wrong, but collectively, I feel like there is a lot of like people assume that they understand what's going on in class, but they don't. There's like kind of like a faking of like, I mean, in Korea, if you go out in public and people are talking to you, you'll do a lot of like, oh, nay, nay, nay. And you might not have any idea what they're saying, but it's just comfortable. Nay, nay. You just do that anyways. So I I feel like in class, a lot of that is happening. And so that means I'm either really freaking stupid and I don't understand anything that's going on, and somehow everybody does but me, or we're all collectively kind of like we're picking up on it, but not fully. And it feels like there's like a level 1.5 that I missed before level 2 because they speak just in complete sentences, like big complete sentences with different vocabulary than I've ever heard before. And I'm just sitting there like, did I miss did I miss something? Is there did you I know I didn't study perfectly. Like I know I didn't get all the vocab down, but I've definitely never heard these words before. Have you? Do you understand what's going on? So it's been interesting. My first day of class, I arrived at 8:30. I left my school at 9 p.m. because I studied so much because I was like, am I dumb? Am I really dumb? How did I get into level 1 if I don't know all this like everybody else does? So I studied really hard and my brain is shot. But thankfully, I kind of started picking up on the fact that I think a lot of people are also doing the nay, nay, but they don't fully understand what's going on. Or when they use a vocab word and I don't know what it is, I'm not the only one that doesn't know what it is. I'm just the only one that speaks up about not knowing what it is because I have a big mouth and I talk in class. My necklace, I love my necklace. My friend got me this necklace. She's the best. Amanda, hey. And it has the day. Wait, can you see it? Oh, well, Megan, you should probably hold it still, not like the way you just did. Can you see it? Well, it looks dirty, doesn't it? That's the day I was saved. That's the day I became a Christian. August 15th, 2016. Okay, I'm just blinding your eyes at this point. But yeah, so I'm starting to realize that I think collectively I'm not stupid. We're just all, we just took a 2.5 week break. So our brains are kind of like relaxed from speaking Korean. Hello, hello. And then on top of that, it's like they are using more difficult vocabulary because the more they use it in class, the more you kind of just start picking up on understanding what it means. Because all of the classes, I mean, even in level 1, it's taught in completely Korean. So yeah, I feel I got really lucky with my teachers because my teachers are really good this semester, but my class is so quiet. And like last semester, it was like a full class. We were joking around, having fun. And this semester, I just feel like it's just going to be like a strictly studying semester. Like people aren't quite as maybe talkative or like looking to joke around. And so, yeah, I don't think maybe this semester will be necessarily like fun, but I think that I'll learn a lot. So I'm excited for that. But anyways, big life update. Let me quickly read these. Hello, I remember having that problem when taking ASL and statistics. Yes. Oh, you took ASL as well? I know ASL. I took American Sign Language for gosh, how many years in total? I took it for 3 in high school, and then I went back to school and studied it for like 2 more years, 2.5. I don't know how I remember everything, but I do. I love sign language. It's probably because I'm a like kinesthetic learner, which means that I learn with my hands. And yeah, but you can relate, Elizabeth. Are you staying in Korea for the whole year? So the current apartment I have right now, I have a lease that is a year long. So either I got to find someone to take this place if I decide to not live in Korea anymore, or I will be here until next February. And currently, my desire is to be here until next February, but I do want to be able to go home as well and have like a visa that would allow me to go back and forth and see my parents who I miss and my friends who I miss. I really miss my parents though. In my first 2 years before I transferred to Yes, 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 yes. I'm sure you totally relate. everything I'm saying. But yeah, I do plan to stay here. And that, my friend, is a great segue. If any of you guys have been following me for any amount of time, you would know that I kind of like I had the desire to be in Korea, but I didn't know how to be in Korea. And this is the big update. I didn't know how to be in Korea. I didn't know how I could stay here because tourist visas, if you guys know this, they're 3 months at a time. So you can stay for those 3 months, but you have to leave. You actually cannot extend tourist visas. You used to be able to, they changed it so that you can't. And it kind of sucks because, maybe someone wants to stay here. You have to leave. There's no option. Well, so I knew that, but I also knew that I didn't want to be an English teacher because teaching English takes up so much time. And I did study, fun fact, I did study to be a teacher. I studied to be a teacher in college. That was one of my two majors. I had two majors. It was middle childhood education and theater. So I kind of thought, okay, maybe I'll pursue acting after school, but if not, I'll go be a teacher and I will be the like what's the word? Like the department of theater or like the instructor, director. I don't know what your school would call it, but I thought I would like be a math teacher. Why do I feel like I have like some like Superman disguise, like a Batman disguise, like a math teacher by day and like the theater director by night. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but I just genuinely thought that that was what I was gonna do for the rest of my life is teach math and do theater. And then I became a Christian and I just kind of like my life changed for the best. I had just different desires. I wanted to love people well, love people all over the world. So I started traveling and then just working and traveling and working and traveling. But if you guys know, I wanted to come to Korea. I didn't want to be a teacher because English teaching is just, it's so much work. And I just, yeah, I didn't have any desire to do that. And then the other options usually are like teaching visa, student visa. That's what I got right now. I got a student visa, but student visas are, expensive and class is also a lot of work, just like teaching, except you're not getting paid when you're a student. And then there was the entertainment visa, and you can work here in Korea. You can get a job that's not a teaching job, but sadly, it's difficult because the workplace, the company has to sponsor you and they have to pay for your visa. And it's very difficult for a company to agree, like within their budget, let's pay all this extra money to have a foreigner do this job if they're unable to find somebody to fill that job as well as you could, then they'll pay it, but most likely there's someone in Korea who has like a visa already, like there are these F visas, which are like the golden visas, and it's kind of like you're married to a Korean or you just have like kind of Korean citizenship, and it's a lot easier to just they don't have to sponsor that person. So they will end up finding somebody else. So it's really hard to find like just like the regular job here in Korea. And then I quickly saw someone say working holiday visas. Working holiday visas are another option, but every country has a different like regulation for the working holiday or like every country, every nationality has a different requirement. And from my understanding as an American, and they're not a lot of countries, the working holiday visa here in Korea is not available right now, but you have to like be in college or have graduated college within the past 2 years in order to do the working holiday visa, but they're currently closed to everybody. So that was also not an option for me. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna I wanna, like, be a person here. When you're on a tourist visa, you can't get an ARC, which means you can't be, like, an official stayer here, which means you can't have, like, online shopping apps, and you can't have online food delivery apps, and, there's a lot of things that, like, limit you in your life here in Korea. It's very difficult to buy, like, concert tickets and things like that. So, I wanted to be, like, a person. So, entertainment visa seemed like a great option for me, but I had heard a lot of horror stories about entertainment visas, and so I didn't wanna just sign with anybody, and I was like, "You know what? If I come back to Korea, maybe after 6 months, I can get my YouTube channel to a place that I would be able to, like, sign with a entertainment agency because maybe somebody would like me enough or think, oh, well, she has blank amount of subscribers. Maybe she would be worth investing in. And so I thought it would take a really long time, and I assumed my YouTube channel would need to grow a lot in order to be signed. But uh, I started actually getting job opportunities. Like people were reaching out to me saying, "Hey, we saw you." If you guys don't know, I have done some just like guest appearances as like a reaction channel on these channels called Dimple and Dingle. Dingle and Dimple are like reaction channels, but Dingle is like the Korean version and Dimple is like the American version, I guess you could say. And I know the girl who works there. So she's like, "Would you want to come and be in the video?" And I was like, "Well, I know her now. But I just do it for exposure and I do it because I think it's fun." And I've met some like really good friends through that. Um, a girl named Evelyn. I did like a reaction video. Like I met her for the first time filming a video about she's from North Korea. She escaped from North Korea. And I met her on, like the set. And it was so fun. And it's like, I love doing this. And because of doing that, I had people reaching out to me with job opportunity because they're like, "Oh, we saw you in this. Would you like to come work for us?" And I was like, "I can't because I'm a student and I'm not allowed to work for 6 months on a student visa." So I was like, you know what? I'm not where I thought I would be, but like, why not just reach out to people? Like, reach out to some of these like companies and say, hey, how y'all doing? But just say, hey, like, just present myself. I studied acting in America. I've done a lot of acting. I'm actually like decent, pretty honestly, I think acting is my strongest of like dancing, singing, and acting because I did musicals my whole life. I think that dancing or not dancing, acting, singing, dancing are like my order of good. What am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? Like my best skill. There we go. Is acting. And so I started reaching out to some companies and I found those companies through friends or doing like research online, started just Instagram messaging people, "Hey, like I see you're signed with this person," or "I heard about this. I see you're in the entertainment industry. Have you heard any bad things?" Being very cautious and all, but also just reaching out to people. And I somehow, I don't know how, but people are like, "Oh, she seems cool. She seems like worth investing in." And all of a sudden, I was like having pretty dang good offers in front of me. And there was like kind of competition amongst some agencies because I said I would sign with one and maybe, and then the other one was like, "Oh, we don't want to lose you. So we'll offer you this instead." And it was even better. And I've just been like, what is going on? But long story short, big news, your girl signed with an agency. And so this is now starting like the process of switching my visa to an entertainment visa, which is like, sorry, I keep playing with clips and things and stuff, but like that's why I came to Korea. Like I wanted that opportunity. I wanted to switch to an entertainment visa, and it's like happening fast. And it's here. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much, Elizabeth and Doria. Thank you guys. It really is like, I mean, God out here, he's putting in all the work, right? Because the reason that this all especially has happened so fast and the offer I got was so good is because there's actually this baseball. It's very difficult for me to explain, but there is a opportunity where they want to start a baseball show with like foreigners. They want to find foreigners who can play baseball and join them with this like Korean team. And I just so happened, like in my process of reaching out to agencies and talking with people, one of the agencies was like, "Have you ever played softball or baseball before?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, like 10 years ago, I used to play. I played for like 5 years. And thank you guys so much for all the congratulations. It's so sweet of you." Um, it was like, yeah, 10 years ago, but I did play for 5 years. And they were like, "You've, you've played before?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, we haven't actually, like, met someone in the entertainment industry that have actually played softball before." And I was like, "Well, I'm not in the entertainment industry. I'm a student." And I'm just sitting there like, "I don't know what's going on." Like, I'm just like, I just yeah, I've played, and all of a sudden, they're like, "Oh, come to this baseball practice." I was like, "Okay, all right, I don't know what's going on, but we're trying to build connections, right? We're trying to figure out this entertainment visa." So I went to this baseball practice, met a lot of other people in the entertainment industry, super sweet, wonderful people, met a lot of Koreans, and I'm playing baseball, and literally, I showed up. I didn't know this, but I showed up on the test day where they, like, test you and, like, they accept you to be a part of the team or not. So it was, like, the big test day, and the other girls have been, like, practicing for months or weeks, I don't actually know how long, and I just showed up my first day. "Hi, guys. How y'all doing?" And I wasn't amazing because it's been a while, I was a little bit rusty, but, like, I did well, and I didn't think I could do well, and they obviously were surprised that I could do well, and I'm over here like, "I suck at batting. I'm telling you guys, I'm just letting you know, I suck at batting." And then I was, like, hitting the ball well. I was like, "I don't know how I'm doing this either, so don't ask." I'm just yeah. So and then I was the only one that, like, actually caught the fly ball into the air, like, he was hitting these insanely far, like, high fly balls. I played outfield a lot. I was a pitcher and I was in the outfield when I played when I was younger. And catching a fly ball to me is like easy. I was just like, hey. And they were like, whoa. I was like, whoa. Yeah, that's not that's not hard. This should be the easy part, right? But I didn't know that a lot of these girls like hadn't I didn't know what was going on. Uh they also a lot of them haven't played before ever. So obviously that would be really hard. I had 5 years of experience. I've done many sports. I mean, I was like a swimmer. I played basketball for a lot, but like tennis, bowling, badminton, like there's just like a lot of sports related things that I've done. So I was surprised that they were surprised, but I was also surprised I could still do things after all this time. And so it's been really cool, but now like I'm part guys, I got, like, measured for a uniform. I'm gonna be playing baseball, and they're filming it, and I don't know what they're filming it for or what's going on, and it's literally just for fun, like but it does offer potential, like, exposure and, like, sponsorships in the future, and I just seriously enjoyed it, and when I found out that there wouldn't be a lot of, like it's like Mondays are practices and then weekends, sometimes we have games. So it's not like a huge commitment. It's like I love playing baseball like I've enjoyed playing this. I love the team. So yeah, I'm on a baseball team. And so if you guys see any content related to baseball, that's because I'm playing baseball now. There's so much that has gone on. Okay, I'm gonna look over these comments really quick. So happy for you, girl. Will you be able to study Korean on this visa or you'll switch? So I'm going to stay on this student visa and continue to study. But they're in the process of switching. And obviously I would prefer to switch to an entertainment visa because that gives me the opportunity to work. Not that my student visa so after 6 months, you're allowed to work, but you have to continue to take classes, and, that means I have to be in person for the classes, and genuinely, I would rather take online classes or learn Korean at a little bit slower of a pace because the school is just so intense and it's so much so quickly. So, I personally would, rather be on an entertainment visa, and if I was on an entertainment visa, I'd have so much more time to invest in, like, entertainment related like, my YouTube channel, like, I'd have so much more time for my YouTube channel, and lately, I've been, yeah, just really stressed because they expect a lot from you, a lot of homework, um, but yeah, guys, when I say I have, like, prayed, I've had people around me praying, this has all happened so fast, but, like, so much of me getting here, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but the only way I arrived here in Korea was because subscribers paid for my flight ticket. And I mean that, like, how often do you hear, like, crazy things like that, that people were so generous and it all like, all of the money was given after I prayed. Like, literally prayed about it, not for a long time, but I prayed about it, and then I was at a coffee shop with my friend, and I was like, "You know, there's so much of life that is unknown, but ultimately, God is in control. He sees everything, He sees the big picture. I'm, this one tiny person. I just see the small picture of my life and what's happening in my world, and God sees, like, the whole picture, right? Like, He knows, "Okay, it would be best if she went this way so that we can get her here, and then in the future, I want her to go here, so she needs to go here in order to get here." I just am walking, I'm just walking. I can only see where I am. And it's just amazing to me. If you guys haven't seen my last video where I talk about my Korea story, it talks a lot about how the video is about how I got to Korea and how I didn't choose Korea. It was like Korea chose me. And so now to be like living here thinking, man, I would love to get an entertainment visa. Or I'm sorry, I was at the cafe talking with my friend. We just have to give it to God because ultimately He sees the big picture and we don't. And if I'm supposed to go to Korea, I'll get there. If not, maybe later. If not, there's a reason why. So I just have to trust that. Literally, right after that, I kid you not, and I'm about to sneeze. I look down and I have like a coffee page, CO-FI coffee. It's like if you guys have found any of my videos helpful, it's like a Patreon. Someone donated the rest of my flight ticket. I had like I would like to raise this much, donated $700. And I'd already, like, gotten, like, 3 to 400, and she was just like, "I don't have any children of my own, so I just like to bless others from time to time." And I just was sitting there, like, in the cafe, like, right after that, "No way." She wanted to give 70, she sneezed, she hit an extra 0. I started panicking, I was like, "I don't know how to refund her, I don't know how to get her money back." And then I, like, reach out to her, and she is just like, "Your flight is like." I went to talk to her and she's like, "Your flight is paid for. I'm excited for you." So there's so much of my story that has just like, some people call it luck. To me, I call it godly occurrences. When you pray for something, you want something, and then it happens, and it's in this way that makes no sense. I don't know. I have so many stories like this where I prayed and then it happened. So yeah, so I'm just, all glory be to God. I'm so thankful because if it wasn't for this baseball thing, I wouldn't have gotten such a good offer. And the baseball thing was just like a perfect timing, weird situation. Somehow I'm here. Anyways, so I just hope that, like, if you guys do find these videos or if you're watching this, I just hope that you see how, like, life can be so dark and so sad. And if you are going through like a really hard season of your life, I'm not you, so I can't understand what you're going through because I'm not you, but I do know what it is like to feel like you are at the bottom of the barrel, like, face just getting dragged against the ground. You don't have hope, you don't understand why, you have confusion, pain. I was there. I was there, and I really just didn't even enjoy life anymore. I didn't even see the point of it. Not that I ever had, like, uh really dark, deep thoughts of wanting to end my life. I'm glad I didn't, but I know other people do. I know it can get that bad. But there is a reason, but there are many reasons why you are in this world. And so don't give up because there's so much that you would miss out on, and it does get better. It always gets better. That doesn't mean it stays better, but it does get better. So just hold on because I currently never imagined I would be living in South Korea, going after my dreams, and like stuff is coming true. Never, never, ever, 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 ever would have thought I got here. And now I'm here. I love my life. I'm insanely busy, but I do love my life. And so, okay. My elbow. That's just my encouragement to you guys. Keep going after your dreams. You're already my favorite baseball player. I just saw that. Young. That's so sweet. Thank you. Yes, there is a similar show for soccer. It's the same thing. It's the baseball version. Um, I should be reading them out loud because you just see me going. Um, I really hope this works out for you. I believe in you because you work hard and are passionate. I have faith in you. Thank you so much. I do work hard. I do work hard, but also I enjoy what I'm doing. And so it's kind of like people will say, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. I love what I do, and sometimes it still feels like work, but it does make life a lot more worth living, if it's enjoyable. Hello, hello. Hello, happy drawings. It has been a while. Good to see you again. You have to learn Korean if you are a foreigner and you know Korean and have YouTube experience, then you have a good chance to be on TV. Yes. Currently, I am studying Korean. I wanted to say it in Korean, but then I got terrified to say it in Korean. 요즘 한국어를 공부해요. 하지만 한국어를 못해요. 죄송합니다. If you're a foreigner living in Korea, that is the sentence that you know by heart. Oh, hi, Karen. That's who you are. Good to see you. Let's see. Have you ever done the MBTI personality test? If you did it, I would like to know your personality type. I took it a long time ago, and I was an ENFP. Is that the correct test? ENFP? But I am 100% an INFP now. Not like 100%, but I'm way more I than I am E. Hi, Macy. Hello. So yeah, I am an ENFP technically, but I haven't taken the test in a long time, like years. So I should take it again because I'm kind of curious to know myself. And MBTI tests here, it's like such a craze. Everybody knows it. So I should. Your story is so inspiring. It gives me strength. Oh, thank you so much for saying that. That's so sweet of you. Thank you for your words. I needed them. Oh, I don't know what you're going through, but I'm glad that my words can bring you encouragement, and it really will. It will get better. And yeah, I'm going to say a prayer for you as well. And if anyone ever needs prayer or just needs someone to talk to or love, I'm not the best at replying to my DMs because they are getting filled with questions because I'm trying to find a pen so I can write your name down and put it on my little board for prayer. Okay, I'll just put it in my phone. But yeah, my phone, my Instagram is full of a lot of like questions now because Korea is opening up, which is amazing. But oh, thank you, Karen. Way. Why? You're always so nice to me. I really can't wait to give you a hug in person, Karen. Thank you so much. And that is the cutest little emojicon. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what you're going through, but I'm praying for you. Yeah, my Instagram, I've said it 3 times now. My Instagram direct messages are a little full, but I would love to pray for anybody. So if you ever need prayer, I love to pray for people. This is my first time watching you live. Nice to meet you. Or talk with you or watch me. I don't know what this is. I'm so awkward. Did you hear that the US is now dropping mandates for getting tested before coming to the US? I mean, we are going in a better direction. I did not know that. I haven't really been paying as much attention to things on the US side. I'm just trying to survive here in Korea these days. My schedule is insane, but that is amazing. That would be so helpful. Getting those tests done is stressful and just like another added step. It is crazy how nightlife here in Korea, not just day life, all life is so busy. Like Hongdae is insane now. And if you guys don't know, I've lived in Korea for over a year now, but I'd never lived here like pre-pandemic. So every day I'm like, so there's going to be more people coming. Or is this it? Are we done? Did the people stop? No, there's more. Okay. Still more? Like 2 months later, more people. We're still doing the people thing? Okay. This is a lot of people and it keeps growing. So, yeah, it's getting a little overwhelming, but it is amazing. The vibe is like, if you guys are thinking about coming to Korea, it's really like normal now. It really, everything is like normal. Um, Obviously not everything, because you still have to get tested to get on the plane. Then you got to get tested when you arrive. But once you're done with that, we're doing great. Yeah, Airbnbs are getting filled. I am not surprised. I have never seen so many people in Korea. And also, I've never heard of so many people telling me that their flight to get here is full, 100% packed, seats sold out. I'm just like, so next semester is going to be even worse, is what you're telling me. Cool. Cool. If you guys watched my reaction video on Dimple, it was like a try not to say wow challenge. Can I first say, I absolutely love doing reaction videos so much. And my partner in those videos, he was like one of the best partners I've ever done reaction videos with. So much fun. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll pull up the video because it was so much fun. But it was like a try not to say wow, but I suck at trying not to say wow. So I just kept saying wow. And it wasn't even intentional. I was just, wow. I mean, not wow, unwow. If you guys didn't see it. Can I find it? Airbnb's airlines are adding flights to Korea too. Oh, I'm not surprised at all. It is literally like, oh, I found the video. It is insane how many people want to come to Korea and how much they'll pay to come to Korea. This is the video I'm talking about with the try not to say wow. Loved that video. Loved that day with filming was like one of my favorite days of the past month or so. Oh, you've watched all the Dimple videos. They're so fun. Yeah, so it's official. I can send you screenshots on Instagram. That is crazy. Thank you for letting me know, Paul. Adventures with Paul. Do you have a YouTube channel? Adventures with a Z. I believe you do. Very cool. I'll check that out later. Oh, wow. They're really pumping flights out, aren't they? I mean, everybody wants to come to Korea, so I'm honestly not surprised. I got my booster shot to go to Korea the day before they got rid of quarantine. No! I mean, you're like triple duper, super duper safe now, aren't you? So we'll take it, right? Are you still going to be holding the Friends events? Yes, I added one for next weekend. Yeah, 1 week from today. Well, 1 week from today plus 10 hours, 12 hours, 10 hours. Yes. So if you go to my website, wow, we're just dropping all the links right now, aren't we? So yeah, June 18th at 10:30 is the next one. So I will put that there if you would like to come. If you guys don't know what Friends Meeting is, basically it is a way for you to get to know me because I'll be there, but also it's a way for you to get to know other people who are interested in traveling. We hang out online. And my favorite part of this event now is, first of all, I get to meet you guys in person, which is amazing. But also you get added to a group chat where, so this is online. You can only come to the in-person meetups if you are in the group chat. And so once you attend one online meeting, you get added into the in-person group chat or the full-on group chat, which is where I put up polls for the in-person meetups. That's how we meet up in person. It just helps me feel a bit more comfortable knowing that, like, I've already gotten to know you before I meet you in person. I don't wanna just, like, throw out my whereabouts on the internet to all people. Personally, I don't feel comfortable doing that. So, yes, if you would like to meet me, meet other people who love to travel, join a group chat, you can check out the website explains everything in a lot of detail. I'm honestly still kind of confused on what's the best way to pay in Korea, whether it's getting cash and also about getting cash on the first day when I arrive. Okay, yeah. So I really, really, really recommend, and obviously you want to be careful because credit cards are a bit, yeah, I mean, credit is important and you don't want to ruin your credit. You always want to buy things that you can pay the bill off of, you know? But I really recommend that you get a travel card. And I believe everything I ever usually talk about is in the description of the video. But in the description of the video, I have listed the two cards that I use to pay to this day. Even though I live here in Korea, I have apartment, I have a Korean bank account, I still use these two cards just because it's a bit easier because it's where all my money resides. But also, my credit card is a Capital One Venture card, and every time I use it while traveling, it gets me points, and then those points, ultimately, I can pay off things. So it's like I'm buying them for free because I get the points, and then I can transfer the points to, like, pay for that specific item that I bought while traveling. So if you're buying, like, a plane ticket and you use that, there's often these, like, massive deals where if you spend, like, $3,000 within the first 3 months, you get, just an insane amount of points, like, it equals up to, like, 200 some dollars or something. I haven't looked in a while, but if you're already gonna buy that thing anyway, and you know you can pay it off, it's just a really smart way to pay. So I still use that travel credit card to this day everywhere I go, but I also have a debit card because I can't really pull money with that credit card. That's just to buy things. And you always want to have cash on you. So I do not personally think that you need to bring cash like Korean won with you. Getting that sent to you in whatever country you're in is just a lot of fees that you don't need to do. So bringing cash, you can, if you're really worried about it, you can exchange it in the airport. The exchange rate is not good in the airport, but you can literally go to any bank in Korea at all, and you can just walk in. Usually there's like a little number pulley system, like you get a number and your number will pop up on the screen if it's busy. If it's not busy, you can just walk up to any of the tellers. And even if you don't speak a lot of English or Korean, you can literally just put into your phone, like, I would like, you know, to get this exchanged, and they'll just exchange it right there. So that's one way to do it. I have a debit card that has no international transaction fees. That's also really important if you get any cards, no international transaction fees. So you're not paying an extra fee every time you buy something overseas. The adventure card also has that as well. So I don't have to pay any extra fees. So I ultimately every day use my credit card, my debit card to pull cash. So I always have cash on me. And my parents feel more comfortable if I take cash with me. So I'll bring like $100 and exchange it, at a bank when I arrive. So I have something on me. But that is what I do. Can I change cash or do I need to change from my card? I don't think I understand that portion of the question. Oh, I will be studying in Korea, and I hope it doesn't take too long to get my ARC. It'll take a while, but it's okay. You'll get it eventually, and you'll feel like a whole new person. Um, Maybe explain your other question a little bit more. On a side note, how's the traffic in Myeongdong? Are people visiting that area more? Myeongdong is still dead, sadly. Myeongdong, there's stuff, but it's not the Myeongdong. Like if you ever see pictures or you see videos of Myeongdong nightlife and all of this stuff, it's probably from pre-pandemic because that's when all the stores were open. That's when they were living their best life. Sadly, a lot of places around like Yeongdong is pretty dead. Right now, traffic, car-wise, everywhere. in Seoul at least, but really bad during rush hours. But human-wise, Hongdae and Itaewon are insane right now. I honestly get overwhelmed. It's so much, so many people. Holy at night, I like to dance. I'm not necessarily too much of a drinker. Like I just I'm not really into the whole like going crazy all night long. But I was out pretty late because we were just dancing and having fun and just hanging out with friends late at night. It was very early in the morning, and you would have thought it was like 8 PM. That many people were out and about. Insane. What debit card do you have without international transaction fees? It should be in the description of this video. It's called Charles Schwab. And I do have links in the description that if you do end up wanting that card and you use that, it actually helps me. I get like a small bonus of some kind. So it does help me if you guys are interested. But don't get it just to help me. Be smart about it. You got the Capital One. Yeah. Capital One is a really good one if you're a traveler for sure. I meant that if I can come with euros and cash to the bank and ask them to exchange it. But yes, you can. You can do that. Hopefully everything I said makes sense. Boyfriend. 없어요. 하지만 시간이 시간도 없어요. I I really don't have time for a relationship. Sadly, but if I do ever date anytime soon, I would definitely prefer it to be Korean because I just really want to improve my Korean. And I heard everybody tells you if you just get a Korean boyfriend, that's how you learn language the quickest. And so it's very difficult to find people that you mesh with genuinely and not waste each other's time because I'm not too much of like let's just have fun. Well, that's wrong. I don't really have a desire for marriage, so I don't really pursue relationships in the same way because I don't wanna, like, my stomach just made the loudest noise. I don't wanna, like, lead somebody on if they think it's gonna get, like, super serious. Like, I don't have the capacity to think, like, this is gonna get really serious, and, I don't have the time, basically. So, I don't wanna waste somebody else's time, but if I did date someone, I would rather them speak Korean because I genuinely would rather speak Korean than English with the significant other at this rate because I'm so interested in learning Korean as quick as possible. Ba, 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 ba. Have a safe flight. You're flying tomorrow. Party. I don't think I have anything that can make this moment more fun. Ah! Okay. That wasn't really fun, was it? I'm excited for you. Safe travels. She's going for a trip tomorrow. Guide and keep her all the way. Bring her safely home again. Thank you for your care. Amen. That's the cute little travel prayer that my parents and I always say whenever someone's going on a business trip or flying to the other side of the world. Coming at a good time. You're coming at a good time. A girl from Ohio having fun in Itaewon. I am from Ohio. How are your Korean classes going? I talked a bit at the very beginning of this stream about how my Korean classes are going, but I am learning a lot really quickly. I'm way more motivated. I don't think I said this part, but I'm really a lot more motivated to learn Korean because I see how like important it is to learn Korean, especially in the entertainment industry. If I know Korean, there's so many things I could do more of. So I'm trying as hard as I can, but languages are really difficult for me. Are Koreans starting to not wear masks outside, or is it still ambiguous, although it's allowed? Definitely more people are taking their masks off, but it is still probably 60-40. Depends on what hour of the day. If it's really hot outside, I thought that there would be more masks off, but the percentage is still pretty high. But at night, when it's party time. People too drunk to put their mask back on, I guess. So, yeah, at nighttime, a lot of masks are off. We also my friend and I have a theory that Koreans have been wearing masks all day, all work, so much in the past years that it's almost like a hiding thing. Like, people hide behind their masks because it's just like you get so used to it, right? You're just like hiding behind it and it's almost comfortable. And it's nice to not have to put makeup on this part of my face? So just very interesting that people still don't want to take it off. But I think it's almost like a comfort thing. For me, it's a lazy thing. I prefer to keep my mask on because I didn't put makeup on or I just didn't want to look presentable. So I put like a hat and then I have my mask on and I feel like I'm some like celebrity, like walking the streets. Like, you don't know who I am. Also, totally random, but while I'm reading the comments, people tell me that when I wear a mask, I look nothing like what they would expect. But I mean, that's the same for everybody. But I just put it around my hair. But they said I look strange, like very different. And I think it's because I have a small face. The masks are so big that when I take it off, it's like my face is a lot smaller, I guess, than the mask. I don't know. What do you think? Do I look crazy? They said they thought I would look older and then I look younger. When I was like, well, yeah, I get the whole younger thing a lot. Let's see. Where would we? Does knowing Korean make it easier legally to stay longer in Korea? 10 bazillion gazillion percent yes. You can get by in Korea knowing just English. You can get by, but for example, the apartment that I have, all of this, I could have never done this if it wasn't for the fact. I guess if you have a lot of money, maybe you could make it work. But like if you want to pay a lot of money to hire a translator to help you with certain things, like finding an apartment, opening up bank accounts, there's like a lot of documentation if you want to stay here. And there's a lot of like, if you don't know Korean, people can really kind of take advantage of that. Um, Yeah, and then you have to pay a lot of money for translators, and then sadly, like, I could study Korean for a really long time, but I might not be like an authentic fluent, Korean. I might just be more of like a conversational Korean, and yeah, so it's hard, but the more Korean you know, the more opportunities you have just in life in so many ways. And then, when you go out, sometimes you go to restaurants and they don't speak English, and so to be able to just order love on people well. There's so many days where I wish I knew Korean. Like the Wi-Fi guy came, I couldn't understand what's going on. I couldn't understand how to ask him, like, if I could change the password or if he had the password on him. And I thought I was saying it right, but I don't have all that much practice. And so I guess I wasn't because he didn't understand what I was saying. So there's a lot of moments where, like, I haven't gotten my hair cut since I got to Korea this round. So that is like middle February. I usually get my hair trimmed every month and a half, but I'm too scared to go because I think they're gonna like mess it up or I'm gonna be embarrassed because I don't speak Korean and my hair is really damaged. You can't tell probably through this as much, but it's gotten so damaged and it's because I don't know how to speak Korean. So I really wish I knew more Korean, but that's why I'm studying so hard. So yeah, I do think that if you're going to stay here for a longer amount of time, you should, or go and marry someone that knows Korean, because that'll help you as well, because then they can do all the hard stuff for you. So the Line 3 blue old trains, well, those will be retiring at. Oh, I think I missed something. Hold on. Did I miss something? Oh. My uncle's a train driver for Line 3. This year will be his last year. Well, it's because he will be retiring. Oh, Line 3 will be retiring. Wow. Really? I didn't know that I didn't know that. That's crazy. Line 3, the blue, I thought that that one was line 1. I'll have to look at that. That's crazy. I mean, they could probably build a whole new subway in, like, a few months. They're so quick. This place is so fast. Everything is fast. Jasmine, I've always kind of been religious, but this year has been more amazing since I have been praying more, and so many good things have been coming my way, like my flight to Korea on the 16th. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad, girl. Same. A little prayer goes a long way. um, and I really think that God loves more than anything to answer our prayers. Well, he always answers them, but I really do think, it's a beautiful moment when he can say yes to our prayer. But sometimes it's either yes, no, not yet, or no, I have something better. And all of those are really good answers. But I'm glad you're praying. That makes my heart really warm. Thank you for sharing, Jasmine. How's Uber in South Korea? 100%. Download Kakao Taxi. Do not use Uber. You will be waiting 4 to 5 times as long for the Uber to get there. Uber would be more expensive than Kakao Taxi. It's the same thing. Kakao Taxi, you can, if you watch my How to Take a Taxi video, super easy to take a taxi. So 10,000% recommend you download Kakao Taxi instead of Uber. Oh no, so many comments all of a sudden. Oh, you said it. You said use Kakao Taxi. Using the app, sometimes it's not necessarily for foreigners. The reason why sometimes it's harder for foreigners to get, they say it's harder for foreigners to get taxis is because if your uh, if your card isn't like attached, you don't have to have your card attached to the system in order to use Kakao Taxi. You can pay in the taxi. There's like an option where you can swipe over and switch. If you don't have your card in the app, sometimes, just like anybody else, it's a little risky to take somebody who doesn't have a card like in the app. So sometimes it's harder, but at night it's hard for everybody to get a taxi. It's not just foreigners. It is hard for everyone to get a taxi because everybody's trying to go home and there are so many people right now. Uber exists, but when I say that the taxis are so limited with Uber, you'll be waiting for forever, and then at night, I don't even know if there would be one available, so I just really recommend Kakao Taxi. Really, I was really curious about the language needs. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting me. Oh my gosh, thank you. That means so much to me. I don't actually know how much that is, but it doesn't matter. I appreciate your love and support. Thank you so much. Um, I was curious about the language needs for daily living because I saw so many YouTubers not learning English. I will apply to be an English teacher after I graduate with my. No, I was like, not learning English. What? Thank you so much. Truly, thank you guys so much for supporting me. Your girl's broke, so literally like $1 goes a long way. So that means so much to me. Thank you so much. So yeah, a lot of people don't actually end up learning Korean when they're here. And if you're a English teacher, that's really nice because usually they help you with everything. So it's not like me who's kind of like on their own, and the school only helps so much. There's a lot that I have to do on my own. So you don't have to. I have not met a person ever that says, I've never met someone that says, "Oh, I'm totally happy not knowing Korean and living in Korea." Everybody says, "I wish I knew more Korean. I wish I knew more Korean." So, I think it's just because you feel more comfortable. Like, it's the little things, right? It's the little wins. And when you feel so dependent on other people to do everyday tasks, it just gets really hard and tiring. And sometimes the little things add up. So, I really, 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 really recommend taking the time and trying to learn as much as you can before you get here. But know that as an English teacher, you will have people helping you get all the hard paperwork done. So that part won't be quite as scary, but it will be way more helpful if you know English. Or now I'm doing it too. I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna have to need to go to bed soon because it's 12:30 and I haven't slept much lately. Um, but I missed you guys and I wanted to give you the fun update that I said at the beginning. Well, probably at like 30 minutes. The one about the visa, that part. Megan, how about a meetup with everyone who is in Seoul? So I already do meetups, in-person meetups. I explained this a little bit before, but I only do meetups with people who come to my friend speeding events. And the friend speeding event is it's a way to support me, but ultimately there is like a small fee to come to the event. And the only reason I have that is it kind of sorts out the people who maybe have bad intent. Like, you have to be very careful with the internet. Not that I don't want to meet everybody, but there are a lot of creepy direct messages that I receive daily. So I just try to like really set aside the people who are serious about it. It's also a way to support me. It's a way to meet other people. And then you get added to the group chat. The group chat is where we ask questions to each, like if anybody has questions, they ask questions. If they want recommendations, I give them recommendations. But that group chat, once you come to the online event, because it's online, that group chat is where we set up the in-person meetups. So if you're in Seoul, you can come. Usually the in-person meetups are like once or twice a month. So yeah, the sooner you join that chat, the sooner you can vote for what day you would prefer the meetup to be so that you can come. So that's the best way to meet people here. I have honestly almost no time. So the in-person meetups really help me meet more people at once. So yes. Did they update travel requirements? I heard you can get quarantine exempt even without a certificate. Quarantine is good. Like, vaccinated, unvaccinated, you show up, you still have to get tested to get on the plane, and you still have to get tested when you arrive. But quarantine is, and yeah, bye-bye, which is crazy. Hi, are you planning to stay in Korea next year? By the way, haircuts in Korea. Yes, haircuts are so great. They're so cheap. It's wonderful. I have so much anxiety going. I really don't like feeling stupid. And I just feel like I've gotten a lot of bad haircuts abroad. So I'm scared to go without, like, I used to go with my Korean friends in Busan. There was this haircut shop. I went to the same place all of Korea, all of my life in Korea, I've always gone to the same hairdresser. I literally almost took a train to Busan to get my hair cut there. That is how much anxiety I get with the thought of trying to speak Korean at a hair salon. But I literally could just go to like Itaewon or Hongdae and get like, I could probably find somebody that speaks English. It would be so chill. I'm so in my head about it, but my friend said she would come with me next week. So it's just a lot of places that speak English are kind of expensive, and I don't have the money to buy an expensive haircut. I just need a trim. Literally, no layers, just, and then in the front pieces, we just do a little something like this. Eat okay? Oh, just like that, you know? I do like I'll take these and like frame my face. Like, could I do it by myself? Probably. Do I want to do it by myself? No, I don't want to look like a 4-year-old took scissors to my hair, but I could probably do it by myself. No, no, I'm not going to do it. Okay. I do know that I missed a lot of messages throughout this. Oh, someone asked me what church I go to. If you are interested in coming to a Christian church, please message me. I would be more than happy to recommend to you specifically, just because I don't want to put over the interwebs where I am all the time. Just trying to be safe for my own safety purposes. My own safety purposes. Oh, what time was this comment at? Can I say? Oh, I can't. I was going to let you know when I said the big update, but I lost where it was, and it doesn't show me the times. No. Anybody, yeah, if anybody has any questions, please message me on Instagram. I do have a lot of messages right now that I haven't gotten back to you. I will try my best to get back to you guys as soon as I can. Um, promise, promise, promise. I don't think I see any other questions. Oh, I was planning on going to Korea right about now, but they were too slow with the quarantine, etc. Went to Thailand instead. If you want a vacation, I can rent. Yes, so I've actually been to Thailand. I went to Thailand. I was living in China and I needed to do like a quick visa run. I went to Thailand. I was in Chiang Mai for a few weeks. 2 or 3 weeks or something like that. It was longer than it was supposed to be because the visa thing took longer than they anticipated. Probably like 2 weeks. So much fun. So much good food, especially when you were living in China in, like, the middle of nowhere, and then you go to Chiang Mai, which has, like, all of these options. There's this, like, salad juice place that I went to, like, 4 times. It was so good. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Smart. I'm glad you're being safe. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people who post too much where they are free. Yeah. Where they go, where they live. I really like, I don't know if this makes sense to anybody or if anybody cares, but if you have your face on the internet to any capacity, please be careful. I don't care if you have I don't care if you have 5 followers, it's better for you to post where you were after, or don't, like, even if you don't tag the location, there are people that will, like, message me when I took a picture out a window and they're like, "Oh, did you go to this cafe?" And I was like, "I didn't even tag it. How did they know?" But, like, when someone lives somewhere for a long time, they just know where you are. So, excuse me, I'm starting to yawn, which means I need to go. I will go soon, I promise. I enjoy this a lot. I don't wanna be tired, but I am tired. Um, it's kind of like if you, uh, you know, are like, "Oh, look at how beautiful the sunset is outside of my house," but then people have been there before. I don't know, it just, you really wanna be safe because there are scary people out there, and you just never know. So, better to be safe than sorry. I am more than happy to give as many recommendations as y'all need, talk with you once I know who you are and we chat a little bit. Um, it's a little bit, just it makes me feel a little bit more comfortable, rather than just posting on a video, "Hey guys, I live here." Um, yeah, so be careful. Everybody should be careful. Hi Megan, I recently found your channel by chance. Do you have any plan for vlogging for Korean subscribers as well? So I love vlogging. I think that I kind of stray away from vlogging because I feel like it's not helpful. And I really try for my channel to be helpful, but people say they really enjoy it. I would love to have money. Who wouldn't? I would love to have enough room in my budget to be able to hire someone to put Korean captions on my videos because I think that that would be really helpful. Because a lot of people say they really like to listen to me talk because it's helpful for them. Um, but yeah, the plan, the dream, the ideal for my channel to grow, and that would allow me to hire people, because when I say I have probably 25 videos worth of content recorded right now, I just don't have time to edit. That, yeah, that is there. But yeah, so vlogging, I have actually, that was like the most recent video. I went to Busan and I was like finishing up that vlog, but I feel like I need to post other videos before I post that vlog. But I just wanted to edit it because I knew that I would post that video kind of during like finals time. So yeah, there's videos to come. Vlogging will be included. Korean subscribers, hopefully you guys will enjoy my videos as well because I'll be able to hire somebody that can help me with subtitles and stuff like that. And also my Korean is improving, so maybe a little bit of Korean will sneak its way into some of these videos. Who the heck knows? We could get crazy over here. Who knows? Okay, I'm gonna go soon. I'm just gonna read these last two. Uh, I'm back. I told my subscribers to subscribe to you. You're so sweet. Thank you so much, Paul. Um, thank you so much. Uh, I Us YouTubers have to stick together, you know? Yes, Karen, you always send me such good content. When you become a big star in Korea, you're going to need an assistant. Me, girl, I trust you at this point. um, I don't know if I'm necessarily ever looking to go like crazy big. I just want to love people. At the end of the day, I want to love people. I want to love them well. And I'm only one human. And there's only so much love I can give because there's only one me. And I still have to like do school and take care of responsibilities. But at the end of the day, I just want to love people to the best of my abilities. And so I don't necessarily care about the number. I just care about being able to do something where I can love people well. But you need to have money in order to do that. So that would mean that maybe I do need some more subscribers because that would mean I could get a little bit more money. All in God's timing. I got you. You are loved. Amen. It was so much fun to talk with you guys and finally be able to like give you my big update about my visa. If you missed it, you can go back and listen to it. And oh, do you think people will stop using masks in Korea? I think, yeah, people. I actually talked about this, Eric, in the video. People are very reluctant to take their masks off because I think it's become like a comfort to them. But they are slowly becoming less and less in public, but it is mandatory inside for you to still wear masks. So that kind of makes it hard for people to like completely get rid of it when like you have to put it on to get in the store. So it's getting better, but will it ever go away? I think the hotter the weather gets, the less and less people will be wearing masks outside. So, but anyways, things are looking like they're on the up and up. But yes, this was so much fun. It was so good to talk to you guys. Good to update you. If you have any questions, message me on Instagram, leave a comment. I will do my best to get back to you. You guys are amazing. You're wonderful. You are loved. You have so much purpose in this world. And I can't wait to see what your purpose is, as well as I'm excited to see why God gave me this YouTube channel. This has been so much fun. So, anyways, much love. Mwah! I will see you guys in the next one. Rest well. I need it. That is for sure. Annyeong. Bye, guys. Have a good day or night, evening, something. Bye.